I told my fiancé I want a say in our wedding, and he threatened to call it off. My fiancé Jake and I are getting married next spring, and I thought planning would be fun and exciting. Boy, was I wrong. The second we got engaged, Jake turned into this complete control freak about every single detail. It started small. He picked our venue without even asking what I thought. When I mentioned maybe looking at a few other places, he said since he was paying for most of it, he got to decide. Fair enough, I guess, but then it got worse. Way worse. He chose the flowers, the menu, even the color of the napkins, without asking my opinion once. Every time I tried to give input, he'd say the same thing. You already had your wedding. This one's mine. Here's the thing he conveniently forgets. My first marriage was a nightmare. My ex-husband was physically and mentally abusive for 3 years. That wedding wasn't some fairy tale dream come true. It was the beginning of the worst period of my life. When I met Jake 3 years ago, he seemed like everything my ex wasn't. Kind, gentle, understanding about my past. He helped me heal from all that trauma. So when he proposed, I was over the moon thinking we'd build this beautiful life together. But now he's acting like my previous marriage means I don't deserve to have opinions about my own wedding. Like I used up my one chance at having a say in anything. The breaking point came last Tuesday when we went dress shopping. I'd been looking forward to this for weeks. I had this vision of a simple, elegant dress that would make me feel beautiful and confident. Jake showed up to the bridal shop with pictures on his phone of these huge, poofy princess dresses. When I tried to show him the styles I liked, he cut me off and said, I already know what I want you to wear. I stood there in that bridal shop feeling like I was invisible. The sales lady kept looking between us, clearly uncomfortable with how Jake was talking over me about my own dress. That night, I finally confronted him. I told him I understood this was special for him too, and he could have input on everything else, but I needed to pick my own dress. I'd be the one wearing it, and it should make me feel good about myself. Jake lost it. He started yelling about how selfish I was being, how I wasn't thinking about his feelings or his vision for our special day. He said since I'd already been married, I should be grateful he even wanted to marry me at all. That's when it hit me. He sounded exactly like my ex-husband. Different words, same controlling energy, same message that my feelings didn't matter. I told him all I wanted was some small say in the wedding, especially my dress, because it's supposed to be our day, not just his day. He stood up and said if he couldn't plan and pick everything exactly how he wanted, we wouldn't get married at all. Then he stormed out, slamming the door so hard our neighbor's dog started barking. I sat there for an hour just staring at my engagement ring, realizing I'd been ignoring all the red flags. The way he'd dismiss my opinions about little things, how he'd make decisions about our life without asking me, how he'd get angry when I disagreed with him about anything. I'd spent so long thinking he was different from my ex that I missed how he was controlling me in completely different ways. So I took off my ring, left it on the kitchen counter, and packed a bag. I'm staying at my mom's house while I figure out my next steps. Jake's been calling and texting nonstop, but I'm done. I survived one controlling marriage. I'm not about to sign up for another one.